In the heart of a lush Nigerian village, nestled among rolling hills and dense forests, lived Ngozi, a woman of extraordinary beauty and unyielding strength. Her skin glowed like polished ebony under the sun, her eyes held the depth of ancient rivers, and her smile could light up the darkest night. Ngozi was a widow, her husband taken too soon by a fever that swept through the land. She poured all her love into her son, Chidi, whose laughter was the melody of her days. Chidi, with his chubby cheeks and curious eyes, was her reason to rise with the dawn and toil in the fields. Every morning, Ngozi would strap Chidi to her back with a colorful wrapper and head to her cassava farm on the outskirts of the village. The farm was her inheritance, a patch of earth she tended with fierce devotion. Cassava roots burrowed deep into the soil, promising sustenance for her and the villagers. But the land was wild, overgrown with stubborn grasses that choked the plants. Ngozi wielded her cutlass like a warrior's sword, slashing through the weeds with rhythmic swings, her muscles aching but her spirit unbroken. On this fateful day, Ngozi set Chidi down on a soft mat under the shade of a mango tree, close enough to hear his giggles, but far enough to work without worry. "Play here, my little one," she whispered, kissing his forehead. "Mama will be back soon." Chidi toddled about, chasing butterflies and babbling to himself, his tiny hands grasping at the air. Ngozi ventured farther into the farm, where the grasses grew tallest, hiding the earth like a green veil. Her cutlass gleamed as she hacked away, sweat beading on her brow. She sang an old Igbo lullaby to herself, the words floating back toward Chidi, a thread connecting mother and child. "Olisa, watch over us," she murmured, invoking the spirits for protection. The work was grueling. Thorns scratched her arms, and the sun beat down mercilessly. But thoughts of Chidi's smile fueled her, dreams of harvesting enough cassava to trade for new clothes and toys. Unseen in the underbrush, a shadow stirred. A massive python, ancient and colossal, its scales patterned like the earth's cracks, had slithered from the forest depths. Drawn by the scent of vulnerability, it coiled silently, eyes like black pearls fixed on the child. Chidi, oblivious, wandered a step too far from the mat, his laughter echoing innocently. The python struck with terrifying speed, its jaws unhinging in a silent horror. In one fluid, merciless motion, it engulfed the boy whole, his cries muffled and gone in an instant. The beast retreated into the tall grass, its belly distended, leaving only silence in its wake. Hours passed as Ngozi labored, her mind wandering to the evening meal she would prepare. Fufu from the cassava, shared with Chidi by the fire. Wiping her face with the edge of her wrapper, she finally turned back, cutlass in hand, calling out, "Chidi! Mama is coming." The silence that greeted her was unnatural, a void that chilled her blood. She quickened her pace, heart pounding like a drum in her chest. Reaching the mango tree, Ngozi's world shattered. The mat was empty, toys scattered, but no sign of her son. "Chidi? Chidi!" Her voice rose in panic, echoing across the fields. She dropped the cutlass and searched frantically, parting grasses, calling his name until her throat burned. Then she saw it. The telltale trail in the dirt, a serpentine path leading into the bush, and a single tiny sandal left behind. A scream tore from her soul, raw and primal as realization dawned. The python, the devourer of the wild, had claimed her child. Ngozi collapsed to her knees, clutching the sandal to her chest, tears streaming like rivers down her face. "No, Olisa, no. Not my Chidi," she wailed, her body racked with sobs. Memories flooded her. His first steps, his warm embrace, the way he said mama with such pure love. How could the earth be so cruel? Word spread quickly through the village. Neighbors came running, armed with machetes and torches, their faces etched with sympathy and fear. They beat the bushes, hunting the beast. But the python had vanished into the forest's embrace. Ngozi refused to leave the farm, sitting vigil under the mango tree, whispering prayers and stories to the wind, as if Chidi could hear her. Days turned to nights, and Ngozi's grief deepened. She wandered the farm like a ghost, cutlass forgotten, the cassava overgrown once more. Villagers brought food she wouldn't eat, words of comfort she couldn't hear. In her dreams, Chidi appeared, laughing and whole, only to be swallowed again by shadows. She questioned the gods, her faith shaken. Why me? Why my only light? Yet, in the depths of despair, a spark remained. Ngozi remembered her mother's words. The river bends, but it does not break.